Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm digging the new lights. Look at that. It's all lavender. It's lavender over here too. You can't really see it. I might have to move that light. Anyhow, make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up. Make sure you're turning on notifications and leave those comments. It makes me all warm and fuzzy. On with the DD, which is a spinoff of yesterday's DD, which was stolen from Zach Carlson. And today I'm going to steal an idea from another colleague. Apparently I'm out of my own ideas. I'm just going to talk about other people's stuff. Yesterday we talked about having that big kickoff weekend featuring Big 12 games, maybe at NFL stadiums, spread out over a number of days, either week 0 or week 1, however they want to set it up. I love the idea very much. I think it's really cool. But today let's take it another step and get into sports betting. Now, I know a lot of you aren't comfortable particularly with sports betting, and certainly the state of Iowa has figured out that it can be a problem with college athletics because athletes at both Iowa and Iowa State have been caught up in a scandal in which they were placing bets, prohibited bets under NCAA rules, on sports that the NCAA sponsors. They could bet on auto racing if they wanted to, but probably best to just stay off those apps altogether. And in the worst case scenario, some players were apparently betting on their own team, even to lose when they won. It was really bizarre. And we'll see how all that plays out. So it is a minefield of sorts for these schools as we head into a new era of sports betting spreading across the country. And of course, it's been legal now in the state of Kansas for a year plus, and we're all very aware of the ramifications of what can happen. And if you're like me, you've also lost money on sports gambling. But what if the broadcast just intertwined into the sports gambling realm? Now, let's use the comparison of the rules experts. This has been something new over the last few years, that they have a former official or someone who's really plugged into the rules in a studio, sometimes in the booth, that they'll go to every time there's a controversial call, a replay that needs to be analyzed, and those type of things. And I think it's brought a lot to the broadcast. And it's done it by multi-purposing an expert in a studio that's probably doing that for a number of games. Why not do that with sports gambling? Have an expert in a studio someplace talking about not just the lines of the game and as they progress, what it's looking like, how the odds are moving, but also maybe some of those prop bets. Will Howard have this many passing yards in the game? It'd be a great pre-game segment, early game segment, and then the gambling expert can check in throughout the day. Maybe there's a good prop bet still out there that you can live bet. I know a lot of you aren't comfortable with the sports gambling portion of this, but it's a reality that is here, and I think it's something the Big 12 can lean into. As Bud Elliott, our friend and colleague with CBS and 24/7 Sports, said on his Cover 3 podcast, I think the Big 12 could be the sports betting conference because their football brand is generally very entertaining, competitive, a lot of stats to track. It would be a fun conference on which to bet. Warning, it's also a fun conference on which to lose bets. Believe me, I know.